Dr. Doom and Kang and more. We're going to look at this Avengers with the new order of Cap's Kookie Quartet. After the old order changes, we're going to look at Hawkeye, Wanda, Scarlet Witch, and Pietro Quicksilver covers with Captain America in this Marvel Character Talk video. If you'd like, you could subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, reply, and share. So after the original Avengers changed their lineup, they switched, and we lost Giant Man, the Wasp, Iron Man, and Thor, and of course Hulk was gone early on. So this is the first one of their new Avengers. Without the raw power of Iron Man, Thor, or Giant Man, how can the valiant Avengers hope to stop the Minotaur? Very cool cover. Most of these are Jack Kirby covers. So we got the Hulk looking transparent, because spoiler, they show the Hulk in here, but they don't really find him or meet him, which is kind of disappointing. But it was a fairly good story as it is. There's the cover corner there. Very cool. So that was their first adventure as the new group. Let's move over. That's number 17. Let's move over to 18. There they're calling out the team members when the commissar commands. So we've got communist villain here on here. And spoiler, turns out this large fellow is a robot. And that's how he's able to do the things he does. In the story, Wanda is captured in that. He does pull the curtain like that. He does face off against the sword. So very good cover. You can see a lot of these are basically just reading copies that I had. Never had some real good ones on this. And so here's 19. So we got the makings of a new hero. This one might be more Don Heck looking, or at least inking on the cover. So we've got the basic four, and we've got Marvel proudly announces the coming of the Swordsman, the newest, most daringly different swashbuckler from the House of Ideas. Like his face there. So he comes on here, and like maybe he was going to be part of the team. And then, of course, he goes on to be a villain. And then in the 70s, they bring him back for a while. And he would join the team. And then he gets killed off and becomes like a ghost. And then on in the future. But I really like that nice red, orange, yellow look there. That's a nice cover. Okay, so we got, it was a two-parter. So we've got Vengeance is Ours. He's real tiny here after being big here. There we go. Special note to art lovers. Where do you see wonderful Wally Wood's inking on Don's drawings in this great ish? Yeah, these are Don Heck is the artist. Like I said, some of these covers are Kirby. And this is when they changed there from Marvel Comics to Marvel Pop Art Productions. That only lasted like 3 issues or so before they went back and found out that that wasn't working. And then that's 20. And then 21 here, they introduced Power Man, who later became the smuggler, and later became a version of Goliath. And then I think that he changed his name to Atlas even later after I had bought him, stopped buying them. Bitter Taste of Defeat, introducing Power Man. Who is he? Who indeed? I only reread a couple of these, so I haven't reread these to get the lowdown. I believe it might have been the Enchantress using the machine that Baron Zemo had made for to make Wonder Man, so he's super strong. And then I don't have issue 22. That was a nice one. I used to have that, and don't have it currently, so I have to skip an issue. That's over here. Now look at this one, a great cover. Wish I had this one in real mint. Great Kang cover here. Once an Avenger. So this is Kang to take on the Cap's Kookie Quartet. He previously appeared in number 8 and number 11. So here he's coming back again. Very cool. Look at that. Very nice. And then more of that on From the Ashes of Defeat. And then they've got a bunch of guys. From the look of them, they might be from Kang's future troops. But overall, really like this cover. And then this one always threw me off a little bit, the way they did Hawkeye's not quite right with the bands. It's missing the armbands and stuff, threw me off. But anyway, they meet Dr. Doom. Looking forward to rereading that when I get to this one. In this great issue, don't miss the brief guest appearance of the Fantastic Four. So this is the first meeting of Dr. Doom and the Avengers. For a while there with the new Avengers movie that's going to be coming out and Dr. Doom and everything, that this one was going up in value a bit, especially if you had a really nice one. So that was the basic adventures with Cap and the three newcomers. Continues here, but this is the first time they're bringing back the Wasp. So we've got the Wasp here. This is a nice cover. This one isn't too bad a shape. And we've got Atuma here. No, your eyes are not deceiving you. You are looking at the wonderful Wasp. Don't dare miss the startling surprise inside. So there we have Janet and Dine. Look at her little feet. And then we've got the next part of that, Four Against the Flood Tide. So that continues the story in here. Really nice look, Kirby, to the artwork here, and we've got more of Atuma's men. They've got a nice water-type ship. So that continues the story, and then that leads into Hank Pym showing up, and then them coming back, and back at last, Giant Man in his new, completely new outfit, and then the new colors of the gold or yellow and the blue. Among us walks a Goliath, and then he changed his name to Goliath. A spoiler in here, he gets stuck at, I think, 10 feet is the height. So he's really morose and kind of a sad sack character for a little while because he doesn't have his size-changing powers and stuff, and then that'll start to change. And then all the next issues after that, they really feature Goliath real big on the covers. So... and they'll put him in the cover corner, and then they wait a little bit, and then also add the Wasp in there, so they're back up to 6. They're back to 6 members, so that's more than they ever were, because they were always 5, and then they were down to 4, and then they're going to be back to 6. So very good cover. This one's just fair shape. This would be a nice one. And this one's definitely by Kirby. Look at his nice hands here. Real big. I like that. I like the shape. I like the way they do the eyes. Later on, you get some of his Ant-Man powers back, and they add little antennas like that. And then he would change to the red and blue as Goliath before he changed to Yellow Jacket. Henry Pym has a long storied history, even back in the 60s. So very cool. I always like that cover. So we got some fairly good covers, and then some that are just okay. And then we got some big villains and some new introductions, Power Man and Swordsman. They'd team up a little bit, and they'd be in the first annual. I think I did a video of the annual. If I can remember to do it, I might leave that here as the end here. So that was a nice Marvel character talk, looking at Silver Age Avengers, Captain America, and the new team. If you like, you could leave a super thanks. Much appreciated if you do. And we'll be back for more Marvel character talk to come. Thank you.